China has long been known for dominating manufacturing, but recently China has been dominating other markets too. So today we're looking at the top 5 markets China is unexpectedly dominating. These markets are unexpected because you wouldn't initially think Chinese companies would be leading in these areas. Let's jump right into our list with number 5. From Farmville to Flappy Bird to Pokemon to Fortnite, internet and mobile gaming has taken off in the last 10 to 15 years. According to Newzoo, they forecast that 2.3 billion gamers across the globe will spend $137.9 billion on games in 2018, and China alone will count for more than 1/4 of all global game revenues, reaching $37.9 billion this year. China will remain the number 1 gaming market by revenues and by number of players, and mobile gaming is the dominant force and will generate 61% of revenues in 2018, growing to 70% of the market by 2021. That's right, China is dominating the internet and mobile gaming market, making up about 25% of the total. Gone are the days of Japanese and Korean games dominating the gaming markets. China is not only leading this industry, but Chinese companies are producing state-of-the-art games for the Chinese audience. This market is only getting bigger, and China is set to shape and dominate it in the coming years. Moving on to number 4 on our list is international travel. You might have noticed an increase of Chinese tourists in your town, but you might not have realized just how much money Chinese people are spending on vacations. According to Ctrip, the number of outbound trips has reached 130 million travelers in 2017, up 7% from 2016. And Chinese travelers spent over $115 billion, a year-on-year increase of 5%. For some people, this might not be unexpected given the large population of China, but for many others, this will be a big shock. Chinese travelers now dominate the international travel market, and you might need to rethink your marketing strategy if you are working in a tourism-based economy. While some countries are moving backwards towards coal, America, other countries are investing in renewable energy, which is why it is number 3 on our list. Despite what you might have seen on the news about China's pollution problems, the country is dominating the renewable energy markets. From wind to solar to hydropower, China is investing in and building renewable energy infrastructure projects across the country. To help reach the country's 2030 goals set during the Paris Climate Accord, China is betting big on renewable energy. It pledged in 2017 to invest 2.5 trillion yuan, or around $367 billion in renewable power generation by 2020. Hoping to maintain market leadership in the future, China is already investing more than $100 billion in domestic renewables every year. That is twice the level of US investment in domestic renewable energy and more than the combined annual investment of the US and the European Union. This is one market that China is dominating that might surprise you. You might use Amazon on a regular basis, and you might have heard that the founder is the wealthiest man in the world. But what you might not know is that China is dominating the e-commerce market. According to McKinsey Global Institute, about 10 years ago, China accounted for less than 1% of the global e-commerce market. Today, its share is over 40%. In comparison, the United States' share of the market is 24%, down from 35% in 2005. Such as China's dominance in e-commerce, it now handles more transactions per year than France, Germany, Japan, the United Kingdom, and the United States combined. The main players in China are Alibaba, which had the largest IPO in history, and JD.com. These two companies provide literally everything. Like, no joke, you can find any product you want on these platforms. The reason many people might find it surprising that China is dominating the e-commerce market is because outside of China, very few people use these platforms, and few news stories are written about China's e-commerce platforms. Finally, topping our list for markets China is unexpectedly dominating is the electric vehicle market. That's right, China is now the largest EV market in the world. Move aside Tesla, because Chinese companies are producing more electric vehicles and Chinese consumers are buying more electric vehicles than anywhere else in the world. According to Forbes, in 2017, China led the market with just short of 50% market share, followed by Europe with 26%. In terms of EV sales by country, China was once again the leader of the pack with over 600,000 unit sales, far ahead of the US, which racked up only 200,000. With government support and car companies like BYD pushing the EV market forward, China is expected to lead this market in the coming years. So there you have it, from mobile games to electric cars to travel, China is unexpectedly dominating many different markets. Which market surprised you the most? And which markets would you add to the list? Leave a comment below to let me know, and be sure to like and subscribe for more interesting top 5 videos.